Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Time to set up the planner for the mid-year section. The time of year that we decide to change up the planner lineup for the mid-year from January 2022 to next year of December. I'm going to be Franken planning this year around, and I did a lot of changes to my planner lineup. I'm excited for the changes because a lot of changes are already happening. I'm about to be a mom of 3, and I'm going back to school for my bachelor's degree. So I need to get everything settled now before I decide to change everything up. But regardless, I will change it. So if you haven't watched different planner video that when they Franken plan, if you don't know what Franken plan, you could take, it means you take different sections of each planner that you prefer to do, like if you're dividing everything up, like a color block layout, a vertical layout, a dashboard layout, and a horizontal layout. So that's what I'm gonna be using for this year, and I'm just gonna use one planner and just switching things up after that. So for this year, I am using about 5 planners. 2 of them are gonna be not Franken plan, but the other 3 will be. So I just want to share that out real quick. I am putting another session. I'll probably put it later, but I'm just gonna Franken plan whatever I have right now. And then once I get everything settled and understand what I'm gonna be using it for, then I'll add it. So I was excited when the Happy Planner decided to bring back the Skinny Classic, because this is one of my all-time favorite planner that I use to track on my social media, which I will be using for social media only. So it is a horizontal layout and it's neutral. So what I do here, I always write the post to schedule posts, either is from Instagram or YouTube here. So, and then I just deck it out throughout the year. So I missed how, and I was excited they brought this back. So I got the bold and bright one. And I'm not gonna be Franken plan. And for once, I decided to grab a big hat planner around this time. I wanted to continue with memory keeping. So for this time around, I am not gonna be using the vertical layout for my everyday. If you notice in my IG, I post mostly vertical layout. I wanted to change everything because now I'm about to be a mom of 3, and I'm starting school in August, in the end of August. I am going to be using it more to my advantage of just getting things done, but being decorative at the same time. But for the memory keeping, I'm going to use a big vertical layout, and this is the Modern Wild layout. This reminds me of the same color tones of if you remember the teacher planner, they had one just like it with the color tones. But I'm sure you've seen, the only difference that they actually have something different. It will have the white part of the curly page color, so that's fun because then you could just do a collage style, which is perfect. And then it's a big layout. I'm just gonna write every single memory of the day and decorate it out. And this is what I mean, because I'm gonna be adding photos, because I am having my first son, and I want to continue with the memory keeping with both of my daughters and my son. So that's what I'm gonna be using. That's the 2 planners that I'm not going to be Franken plan. So these I'm gonna put them aside. So these 3 beauties are going to be Franken plan. How am I going to use it? Well, I'm going to be choosing the cover. I'm thinking of saving the disc. I'm probably just gonna take some pages out and just put them in a different planner. So I would just take out about 3 or 4 months, or probably 6 months at a time, since all 3 of them are 18-month planners. So I'm going, depending on how I feel, I'll probably just take 6 months on the everyday session, 3 3 or 4 months on the social media session where I just like plan out the projects and stuff for the horizontal style. And for the dashboard, I'm using like probably 6 months or 5 to do the everyday thing with like lists and stuff, where mostly that's what I use it for. So for this time around, for my everyday session, I'm going to be using the color block layout. Let me just move these two. I'm going to be using the color block layout. And I know it's like, I'm still typical with the color block layout, but since I'm deciding to change everything up, I'm going to keep the cover the same. I'm going to use this as my main cover with this because I'm not going to change it. I'm going to be using this, you know, at my events to keep up with any everyday things at home, at school, things that are important that I need to track down. So it will be everything together. So I will be sharing it more, but like it's more like after the like before the pen situation. So over here it does have like the big planner, the big happy planner. They have a block of color and a design, which is perfect because then I could just write a monthly memory of the month, what happened that time, in case if I don't have time to like write it down. And I'm gonna be using thicker but not as much for this one because I want to test this out a lot more. I mean, I could use it as a vertical because you could still play around with it. But since I'm being a mom of 3 now, I'm going to be breaking things down so it's easier for me to try it out. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for this one. And then for the mom vibe one, I'm going to be using the dashboard, of course. I kind of like the cover, but I kind of like the seasonal because it kind of represents for the whole season. So I'm going to be using this to track down any like appointments and stuff for my kids. And you know, since everything is dashboard, I won't be decorating this one, just giving more of a functional session of my planner. So that's what I'm gonna be using it for. And then last but not least is going to be my social media project situation. So like basically for the horizontal, I love the horizontal layout. I love how you could just like, it has the lines so you could just write all the notes down right here. So it's neutral, it's fun. Probably will decorate it from time to time. So that's the plan. I'm going to be working on like stuff for YouTube and like posts on challenges on Instagram or anything personal project at home. So let's see how that goes. So I'm gonna be starting to set this up, set all these 3 planners up into one, and let's get started. So I took out the extras, so I only put the first 6 months on the everyday section. I'm keeping this. And what I did with the other ones, I took out the first 4 months out of the first 3 months out of each for the dashboard and the horizontal layout. So this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm going to be using one of these dividers. So I have a couple of them. I'm going to be putting, first I'm going to be putting out this dashboard folder. And I had this, this is from like the other, the previous spring release. So I'm gonna put this in the back because I know I'm gonna have like probably like pictures and stuff that I want to keep there. And then I have this session, which is a social media session, which is I'm gonna add in the back as well. And then the Miss Maker one, I'm gonna put it right here for the mom life session. So this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm going to add the dashboard session, which is gonna be everything mom life situation, anything that's important, like important events or appointments or birthdays, anything like that. I'm going to put it there. This is what I like about this system because it's easy to actually like take the pages out and change it up. And that's it. That's what I'm gonna use for that section. Next up is gonna be the social media section. So I'm gonna add this horizontal layout, so I could just like focus on like when I'm on the go and I have my planner with me and I don't have my Skinny Classic, I could just transfer information back and forth like that. So that's a tip if you guys are interested in doing something like that. And I'm putting, let's put it, 3 months of this as well. So next up, I'm going to add a couple of. I'm not gonna add the bookmarks yet. I'm going to be adding note papers, which I'm going to need. So I'm gonna use the whole pack. This is from the spring collection, the spring release collection. This is the everyday session fill of paper. So I'm gonna be using those. And I'm gonna put this in the back. So I'm gonna use one of the dashboards, the bookmarks. So I'm not sure, probably gonna use the blue one or this one, but I'm gonna use the blue one just to like deal with the color scheme, and then I'll add the note section later. But the great thing about it is you could just put this just in case of reminders, and then like transfer it in your planner, which is awesome. I haven't done a pranking plan in a while. I just like, sometimes I just don't, it doesn't work for me as much. But now with everything that's changing, and I usually have notebooks on top of notebooks, which is crazy. But yeah. I'm just gonna finish off with this, and then I'm gonna add in my name in the front of the cover. And then I'm gonna go get the letter stickers so I can just put in the name for the session that I made, like the front where it says hello, and the other two sessions, I'm gonna put what it are for, so I know. I like the bulkiness of the planner because that's why I always have extra note papers. So that's why I always keep out of the month, and so far so good. So it still feels like the 18-month, but you just mostly have a couple of months from each planner. And I'm going to put the bookmark for the month, and these are from the new collection that Happy Planner came out with. This is the work, I believe it's work, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to add these. These are perfect because they already have like this month, this week, and notes. I might take some note papers out. I'm still debating, but I like the bulkiness of this. So I'm gonna put those. And then this week, there you go. And then I'm gonna add in the notes. Since I already have a note section, I think I'm gonna switch it out, the blue one out, and just put it on this if it already said no. And there you have it. So you have everything ready for the year, for the mid-year. I love the seasonal section because it has seasonal, you know, it's for the year. And I always use these covers. If you know me, I always use these covers for when I'm archiving a planner and it had the years already. So I don't have to like get a whole new cover just to archive it. So that's it. Now I'm going to grab my letter name. So I grabbed these from Alicia Michelle XO. She had a shop on Etsy, and I grabbed the sunset tone colors. So I'm thinking of the purple, because the purple I feel like the purple is more of a standout color, since it has a decent of purple around. So that's what I'm gonna do for. I'm gonna take one out and add it right towards the middle Sorry, my video just got cut off and I didn't notice, but I did put my name right in the middle and it looks pretty. So I don't have to do that much right now since everything's already set up. And I already have put my name for these two planners for my memory and my social media. So that's what, I'm not gonna be Frankenstein these because they're gonna stay how they are. So this is also an 18 month and this is a 12 month. So yeah, so I am set for the new year, for the rest of the new year. The great thing about doing things like this, that you get to change how you want to plan and continue on with your journey and planning, whether things change or not. I am planning to get another planner, but just for school, mostly. So hopefully when the Happy Planner comes out with the back to school sale, back to school releases, I'll figure it out, like if I really want to use the teacher layout or the color block layout. You let me know. So I hope you guys like this video and stay tuned for more setups like this. All right, have a good day.